right, everybody, here's the deal. I am on my way over to SavageCom.entertainment because I fell in love with Kimberly Michael and I want to follow all of her videos. By the way, she's me, I'm her. So follow me over there, SavageCom.entertainment. Look me up, In Love with Kimberly Michael, so you can fall in love with me too. Woman, so I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. Around screaming that they're healed from their trauma, which is the whole point of the show is women and accountability and women and accountability. I can hold myself accountable. What's going on? Welcome to In Love with Kimberly Michael. I am her, she is me. And I got my screen way too big tonight. There, much better for me. Anyway, so thanks for showing up. As you guys are coming in, make sure you hit the like. Yep. Subscribe. And then go share the shit out of the show, which is what I'm about to be doing as well, too. And tonight, and I'm sure eventually Jay will put up the video, but we'll wait until a few people get on here. I'm going to go share the show real quick, too. Let me cover this. I want y'all to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to go share the show. I'm not going anywhere, but we're going to talk. So as y'all know, I send Jay, literally, I get content from online, or I'll run into somebody, or I'll have a conversation with a dude, or, whatever. But I get a lot of content from online. Now, listen, I understand that men do things for I understand men do shit for clout. Women do the same thing, right? And I get that. I'm not trying not to be engaging. I just, hold on. And I get that, but that's not the point. The point is that I have run across some men and I've had some conversation, and these aren't men that were trying to get in my pants. And it was a, oh, woe was me story or anything like that, right? I'm talking about legitimate people that I know that are my friends that, don't have any alternative, never mind. You know what I'm trying to say. What am I saying? I've been drinking, you guys. I haven't been on here and drinking in a while, but tonight's the night. Okay, so let me just brag on myself a little bit. This hasn't even been public. I haven't even made this public. I'm making it public right now. So today, I took my Alabama real estate test to get my broker's license, and I fucking passed. So technically, I'm a fucking broker in the state of Alabama. I still work for the same company. I'm not doing like a whole bunch of different shit. I'm just a broker now. And, it's my intention to, open up my own shit and be running my own shit. Anyway, it's a big deal. It's a big move. So I've been celebrating. So I've been drinking, had a little dinner. So I'm feeling nice. But it's, as it should be, literally, because I was talking, okay, I know this is about something, but I just want to say this because on a healing tip, right? For people that, and I know people, there's all kinds of people that say, oh, I was this and I was that. And, now I'm here. Let me be clear. I'm not there. Right? But I'm on my fucking way. And I was saying, my friend that came over, took me to dinner. He was like, did you ever think that, that you would be a broker? And I was like, no. Like when I was a child, I lived in a fucking trailer. Like I didn't come from rich white folks. I lived in a trailer park when I was in elementary school, until about maybe third grade. From like an infant until third grade, I lived in a trailer park, like dirt road trailer park, like for real. And fucking look at me now, like I could talk about the relationship that I did or whatever. And, that I came from that and I came out of that, but man, fuck that shit. Like I came from, mad respect to my family, but I came from white trash, really. And now look at me, like I got my fucking broker's license. I'm about to have a broker's license. I had to take the test, but it's just, paperwork right now for a couple of days. So, But it's a big deal for me. So I'm bragging on myself. I'm proud of myself, and I'm celebrating myself because why not? If nobody else is going to celebrate you, you should definitely celebrate you. So, um, and look at all the shit that's happened to me since I've moved, like all good shit. So anyway, got a lot of good shit going on. So anyway, I sent Jay a video I saw. And I know that eventually he'll play it, but I'm just going to give you the gist of it. It's this cat. And again, I know guys do shit for clout, but it's on TikTok. And the caption says, the next woman to play with my feelings, Netflix gonna be making me a series, Netflix is gonna be making a series about me. Now, I know that it's like, again, that he could be, hey, I'm trying to get some clout or whatever. But what's up, Cooks? Beautiful. I just got on. I was late tonight. I'm celebrating. I'm having dinner with a mutual friend. So, or was having dinner with a mutual friend. But anyway, I just got on. So, but with that being said, some of my closest friends, will tell me some of the things. And you're not going to make me believe that there aren't any good looking men out there that look like they have it all together and are, in a really great space in their life that aren't getting fucked over by somebody. You're not going to make me believe that women are the only fucking people in the world getting fucked over by somebody. I don't believe that shit for 1 second. Because I have talked to some ruthless ass women. I have talked to some women who are just, and some of these women that push these narratives, they're just fucking ruthless. They're ruthless. And they don't give a fuck. And I mean, we're witnessing it now. These lives where these guys are, killing their exes and their spouses. And, it's fucking crazy. Like, literally. And, the show initiated specifically for the accountability on women, because I can't speak to men. I'm not a man. Men got to rectify their own shit. And I say that all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it. Men have to rectify their own shit. Us women need to stop worrying about what the fuck the men are doing. We need to fucking worry about what we doing. That's what needs to happen. Because men are getting hurt at a way, that's my refrigerator, by the way. Sorry, guys. At, I think, a greater rate, maybe, and at higher numbers than I think that any of us admit. I mean, again, I've definitely had conversations with some really decent ass fucking dudes who got their shit together. They dope. And I'm not saying they don't have anything wrong with them. I mean, obviously, I've seen some of them mad, upset, whatever. But yeah, for the most part, I'm not in relationships with them. I don't know the dark side and all that. And I get that. But I'm just saying who I know them to be as my friends. And I I will attach my name to them and say that I believe that they are who they show up to be. I believe that they show up as their authentic self, because I have seen some of the bad side of them, or I know about some of the bad side of them. But they're getting their feelings hurt too. I mean, like legitimately getting their feelings hurt. And we're just literally taking absolutely no accountability for that at all. Like, we just don't even give a fuck. I mean, we don't care. The conversations that I have with people, with men, and the things that they say to me sometimes are just so fucking incredibly profound. The way they talk about their pain, is very, I don't know, they talk about it almost like it's a third party. But you can tell that it's very heavy for a lot of them. And this video, if again, hopefully at some point when maybe a few more people show up, Jay will play the video. Oh, he's going to play it now. No, you can play it now. Play it now. I mean, that's cool. I don't mind because, it's good to see, right? It's good to see. Hey, Lord, I'm tired. Hey, Lord, I'm tired. I had dinner with a brother tonight, and that's exactly what he said to me. He said, I'm fucking tired. And I don't even know that he was talking about necessarily relationships. And if he was talking about relationships, I feel like he was talking about every level, every relationship at every level. Hey, Levon. Welcome. Good evening. I think a lot of people are tired. I don't know, I'm fucking tired. Today, though, I don't want to claim that just because it's a great day for me, but I don't know at what point women are going to start taking accountability for who they are, really collectively. Because I said this, I think the last show, that we're incredibly unbalanced. Like women are unbalanced, but collectively as a whole now we're unbalanced. We just carry so much masculine energy as a unit. Like, let's not forget that we're still a unit. Like, either way it goes, we're all still co-creating. There's still two or more people gathered, right? So we're all creating. We're all moving. And as women as a whole are just so unfucking balanced. And we're broken, and we want to say we're not because we're aware, and we want to say that we're evolved, but we really haven't. And in the meantime, we're going around breaking men's hearts. And listen, for the sake of transparency, one of my friends, I would love to say his name. I don't know all the rules. I don't know if there are rules. I mean, I don't know how he'd feel, but I call him by his entire government name. But he told me that this is a while ago, that I had left a path of just like devastated men. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would you say that to me? Like, what? I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not breaking anyone's heart. He was like, that's your perception. Like, legitimately, he's like, that's your perception. And I don't mean to. It's not my intention. But I just can't help but be brutally honest. I just don't want to fucking lie to people anymore. I lied. My whole life was a lie. My entire fucking life was a lie. I don't want to fucking do that anymore. And so some people can't really, they can't handle the truth. They can't handle a woman being honest. They can't handle a woman that's non-monogamous. They can't handle a woman that's a fucking beast on the other side of the door and really feminine, as soon as you show up. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to an authentic woman. And at the end of the day, I think that's the awakening that's happening, is that a lot of us are learning to become our authentic selves. And the more authentic we become, the more aware we are of the lack in other people. And, as a woman, Jay, my producer, Jim Savage, he does all the little commercials and everything. And in there, it's saying like women and accountability. And, I will definitely say that looking back, not intentionally, it was not intentional. And I know that there's women that just don't give a fuck and they do it intentionally. But for me, I'm definitely saying that I probably hurt a few people's feelings. And it wasn't my intention to do that. I'm just brutally honest. And I watched this show and I talk about it. I don't know if I talked about it on this show, but I watched this show. Oh God, what's the name of it? I just went blank. But I watched this show on Netflix. Y'all know I don't have a TV, but I do have Netflix, and I'll watch it on my computer or on my phone sometimes. And one of the shows I watch, Love on the Spectrum. That's what it's called, Love on the Spectrum. And it's about grown autistic adults that are dating and looking for someone to be in their life. And they're so fucking honest with each other. I mean, like literally on the first date, they'll go, "Hey, I had a really great time with you." I mean, in an awkward way. I'm obviously have, I had a really great time with you, and they'll say, "Do you want to see me again as a boyfriend or as a girlfriend?" And they'll be like, "I don't know about boyfriend or girlfriend, but maybe we could just be friends, and maybe I can get your number and we can be friends." Like they say shit like that, and the other person goes, "Okay, well, that kind of hurts my feelings because I liked you, but I understand." I mean, and that's the end of it. They exchange numbers. They thank each other for each other's time. They say that they had a great time together, and they go on about their way. And they move. They go, why don't we move like that? Like, why am I being persecuted because I'm fucking honest? And women that fucking lie are like, I want her. You know what I'm saying? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. I had a guy, okay, I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I really wish, it's one of those times when I wish I could have a conversation with somebody specifically. Right now in this moment, I really need to ask this question. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I need to ask a question. I need to. But let me pour me a drink. Did I tell y'all I was celebrating? Okay, sorry. While I'm pausing for my drink, can y'all like the show, please? Whether you just came on, whatever, just please hit like and make sure you subscribe to the channel and then share the shit out of the show, you guys. Like, just share the shit out of it. And there's absolutely no reason not to. It takes 30 seconds. Just strolling through. Hi, strolling through. Levon Cooks. That's who I can see. I can't see anything otherwise. But anyway. Okay, I can tell the story without telling the whole story. So during COVID, I was talking to this cat, right? I'm going to say, honestly, this is the truth. I'm going to say that we talked on the phone, on the regular, almost every day for probably 4 months. And he was super paranoid about COVID. And we would video and everything. I mean, like, we saw each other. He was who he was. I was who I was. It was what it was. But anyway, he asked me a question. And I told him, I said, I did not share this with you, but I say this to most people, to most, especially men that try to talk to me. I tell them, I said, I'm not going to necessarily tell you my past, and I'll share with you what I want to share with you. But if you ever ask me a fucking question about my past, please be prepared for the answer. Because baby, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not. I'm unashamed. I'm unashamed. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. So don't ask me shit if you ain't ready. If you ain't ready to hear the answer to it, because it's gonna be the fucking truth. Whether if it stings or hurts or gouges your goddamn eyes out, that's just the way it's gonna be. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit and try. Oh well, no, fuck that shit. ABC. That's what it was. That's what it's gonna be, right? That's just the way it's gonna be. I'm not gonna do that. With all of that being said, at some point we as women have to step up and take it and hold ourselves accountable for what we're doing to men. The pain that we're inflicting, the feelings that we're hurting, the heartaches, the drama, and again, I'm not speaking for men. Because I know, I'm not talking about what men do, because we as women, again, cannot change what men do or who men are. That is up to men to do. It is not up to us to tell them who we think they should be. It's up to us to figure out who the fuck we are so we can represent ourselves, so that we can choose properly the mate that we're supposed to be with. All this other shit, or mate or mates. Let me be clear. I want to cover everybody, mates or mates that we're supposed to be with. But I run across a lot of TikToks. And again, I know y'all are going to say, that a lot of men are, they're actors and they're doing it for likes and shares and all of that. But you're just not going to tell me that 100% of the men that I see in pain and anguish, because 100% of the men that I know don't live one way or the other. There are men that I know that are, to my knowledge, live a very good life and very happy, very peaceful, and men that don't, they got a lot going on, and they're hurt. I mean, one of my friends, he's married, and he called me one day, and I said something to him about being married, and we're not involved, but I said something to him about being married, and he said, he said, honestly, and I know his spirit. I mean, he was really sad a lot. And he said, I mentioned that to him, and he said, I just need something, anything, like he just needed time. He said, I just want to talk. And he was like, you on my level. And I get it. I understand. And he's legit. Like, there's nothing that I have to offer him. He knows that. He's not looking for nothing from me, and I'm not looking for nothing from him. We don't have any expectations on each other. We just cool. We friends. And I know he's really sad. I know he is. I know he is. I can see it. And I've run across some men, and then I've run across some men that were full of shit, and they was just cheaters, and they was just whatever. But I'm saying, we really, as women, are really doing a number on men. And am I wrong? I mean, are y'all, how many of y'all are single on here? How many of y'all are out there in the dating world? I mean, like, for real, like, what really is going on? Right? Like, because I just don't think that we talk about what the fuck we're doing to men at all. I don't even think it's a conversation. I mean, you mostly just literally hear, and I'm not saying men don't speak on it, but we're not listening to that. Like, I don't think we really paying attention to how much pain and anguish that these men are in. Like, some of us women are really doing a number on these men. I mean, we really doing shit. What's going on, baby? And it doesn't make any sense, what we're doing. Like, it just is. I'm sorry. You know, I tried to share the show, right? You guys, I just wanted to let you know. Y'all know I can't do two things at one time. It is an impossibility. So, via the pause, again, if you just jumping in, make sure you like the show. Like. So, if there's 22,000 people in here, there has to be 22,000 likes just because it's the right thing to do, you guys, nothing else. So, um, but but as men, some of you guys that are on here, I mean, has somebody like just like really fucked you up? And not only is it just that it's not only that somebody's hurt them, it seems like it's a lot of these men, a lot of women have hurt them. You know, and listen, it's not about the looks or whatever, but I remember my favorite cousin when I was growing up, my cousin best friend, my best friend cousin. We were growing up. She was so fucking pretty. I was not the pretty one. And y'all gonna say braggadocious because or arrogant. I know that I come across that way, but I mean it is what it is. I was a smart one and she was the pretty one. That's just the way it was. And when we were older, like much older, I said something to her about it one time. She was like, "Are you fucking serious?" I was like always jealous, not jealous, but you know, I always wanted to be pretty like you. And she was like, and I always wanted to be smart like you. And it really, you know, it affected me in a really amazing way because, you know, you just don't appreciate some shit. And I just really don't think we appreciate some of our men. I just really think we're giving them a hard time. And I just really think that we need to check ourselves and we need to find a better way to be. You know, I had another conversation with someone about femininity again. And, you know, I don't know how do we start, how do we do that? I need women to chime in. Like, how do you think we balance ourselves back out? How do we become feminine again? How do we become emotional again? How do we become nurturing again? How do we do those things? I was on Solid Blue Sister's show today. Not on it, but I was listening to her show today. And she was talking about parents and the choices that they make, and uh, like allowing your children to have an opinion and allowing your children to have like a fashion or something like that. And thanks, Jay. And you know, I guess there was people on there that had, you know, children that had made certain choices or whatever. And, you know, they were saying how, you know, they didn't like it, but they're their babies and they love them. And I know I'm uncomfortable tonight. I'm sorry. It's a new chair and all this, and I'm in a new environment and I'm all drinking, sipping. Anyway, and I'm gonna be still. But I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Anywho, uh, Jay can put the link. Oh, my son's here. I wonder if he would talk on that. He's been in a relationship though for 5 years. He's 28. Is that right? I think he told me 5 years. 5 years in March. So he really can't really speak on like getting hurt. I remember the first time though, his first girlfriend. I remember that. I'll let him tell the story if he ever decides to. I'm not gonna speak on it for him, but I should fucking remember that shit. It broke my heart. But yeah, there's the link if y'all want to call in. You're more than welcome to do so. Like, of course, y'all already know I'd love to talk to one of the men. That would make me super happy. Because I want to hear your perspective. Like, I really want to hear. I know this is terrible the way I'm about to say it, but I really want to hear if you've been, you know, hurt and what that looked like for you. Like, I would love for that to happen. Hold on, I'm about to send this link, you guys. But okay. All right. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what I go through all the time. All the time I hear. So since we're pausing, like, subscribe, share the show. Anyway, so Jay put up the video earlier. That's where this is kind of where I want to keep this at, because I really want to make sure that we're talking about women and what we're actually doing and how we're hurting these men. And I'm just, I wasn't, I was never like the, cheating on or, dogging out men. I think I just allowed men to feel too deeply, even when I knew that I wasn't really probably going anywhere. Not, I wasn't leading them on, I wasn't using them or anything, but, I liked them for a reason, but I knew that it probably wasn't going to go anywhere. Um, and then Gilly would say 9 times out of 10, I ghosted him. And Gilly sent me an article too about ghosting. Let me see if I can find it, because it was very interesting. It kind of goes with the show. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, kind of goes with the show. And anyway, okay, Gilly, hold on. I'm looking for her. I'm looking for her feed. Gilly's sick, by the way. So if you guys could, seriously sick, like she has pneumonia. So if you guys could send her love and light, that would be great. Positive energy to her. She's actually been sick since last week and went to the doctor, but then she went to the ER today, and apparently they wanted to admit her, but she refused. Y'all know Gilly, she's hard-headed. So anyway, we can send her love and light. That would be great, because she needs some healing energy right now to make sure she's okay. So anywho, I sent it to Gilly. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Y'all know. What's going on, guys? What's going on? You see that link that Jay just put, SavageCom.entertainment put up there? That's the link to call in. And again, especially the men. I mean, if a woman wants to call in that is willing to, no, she can say what she wants to at the end of the day. But I was going to say to call in and tell her how she could speak, but I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm about at all. So, but I really am thinking that at some point we as women have got to stop and really take accountability for ourselves, but not necessarily just for ourselves. I think we should take accountability for what we're doing to other people. Like, I just don't think that some women care or even concerned about people. I think that we, becoming individuals, somehow got lost. Yeah, get well, Gilly, for real, for real. That we got lost. Yeah, I need her to be all right. Like, y'all know she's stubborn. She don't listen, and she probably really should have went to the hospital, to be honest with you. But I know she won't. She don't want to leave her son alone with his dad or with anybody. Like, she's fearful about him, and I know that's what it is. I don't think she doesn't know how he'll react not being with her overnight. I don't know that he's ever spent a night away from her, to be honest with you. So I know that's why she's doing it, but I am concerned that, she's been on antibiotics and she's not better. So pneumonia is serious, especially nowadays. So yeah, get well, Gilly, please, please, please. Thank you. I ain't even gonna listen. There's no other option. She's, fight back. So, but anywho, y'all know I'm dehydrated. I'm drinking Hennessy. I don't drink Hennessy. I never drink Hennessy. What's up, K Boogie? What's going on with you? Good to see you. We started late as shit too, so. And I'm sitting in my new big house, um, having a few. So anyway, um, KLM moderator. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? I was just scrolling up to see if I missed anybody that was talking. I seen Raw and Cooks, Scum TV, K Boogie, strolling through, which is funny because strolling through comes on and says I'm strolling through, which is fucking cute. Super cute. But anyway, I'm just curious as in, what ways. So I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you guys a story, right? When I lived in Birmingham, okay? And I'm just being honest. I definitely lived in the hood. I lived in the hood. You can call it what the fuck you want, but I live in the hood. And there was a couple across the street from me. And the cops were usually there. Like, honestly, I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying twice a week, at least a couple times a month, middle of the afternoon, late at night. I mean, it'd be lit up 4, 5, 6 police officers. They'd be arguing. I mean, screaming and hollering, and the police would be there. I mean, it was just always constant, right? And listen, I don't know what the fuck was going on. It was none of my business. But you couldn't help but know. I mean, they literally live across the street from me. And my office was in the front room. So, of course, I could, see the fucking blue lights when they lit up the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But I remember one day, my friend came over. And I'm going to say this couple was probably in their early 30s or like right at 30, maybe. He might have been younger than her. He might have been in his late 20s and she might have been in her early 30s. But anyway, they were right around that age, right? One time my friend came over and she was leaving. And I was like, I'll walk you outside, right? And we're standing at her car talking. And the neighbor comes flying around the fucking corner. And I mean, like, screeches her tires into the driveway. I looked at her, I said, oh, shit. It's about to go on. I said, I promise you the cops are going to be here. She was like, no way. It's fucking 3:30 in the afternoon. I said, I'm telling you, cops are about to be here. She pulled in that damn driveway. You know, one of them things where you see that damn car go. You see the car go into gear. You seen that bitch go in the park. She jumped out of that car before that damn car hit back once it went forward. When she, tell you something, she ran around the back of the house and all you could hear was her screaming. Because what I didn't tell you was every time they got into it, she would stand out in front of the house or wherever she was. Even if she was in the house, you could hear her outside. And she would stand in this dude's face and scream at the fucking top of her lungs. I'm talking as loud as she could, as a woman could scream. She would be screaming at him. I can't make this shit up. Birmingham has a hood, haha. Or that wear hoods. And I told her, just like so we were having that conversation and I was like, just get in your car. I don't want to stand out here. Like, I didn't want to be out there while that was happening. I didn't want to hear her screaming at him. I didn't want to hear them fighting. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Thanks, truck stop. Thanks. And she got in the car, and when I turned, I looked over, and they had like this, it wasn't a fenced in yard, but there was like a fence that ran along the driveway because there was an empty lot next to him. And it just ran along, and he was leaned over the fence, like hands like this on the fence with his head down. And she was standing behind him. I mean, this man was defeated. And again, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I know that nobody ever got arrested. So nobody was over there like physically fighting. I know that I heard her way more than I heard him. And I know that when I saw that man that day, that he was defeated. It was clear that he was defeated. I know one time I was coming home, the cops had to move so that I could pull in front of my house because they were, on the street. So of course they are right there. Like I can't help but hear what they're saying. And he was saying, I got a job, I pay bills, whatever. And again, I don't know the truth. I don't know whose truth was what. But what I don't understand is that, like, just that man was defeated. Why do we want to, some of us, not all of us, I understand that. But why do we want to defeat them like that? Like where are we at as women that we want to demean and belittle and tear down a man? For what reasoning? Because basically we mad because we stay. We mad because we stay. So, and then we take it out on them. And at the end of the day, what's up, Natasha? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate y'all. And I know, you could say it's an isolated incident, but I won't say anybody's names, but it's been a long time ago, granted, but still was in another situation where someone was staying with me and she got a boyfriend, and their relationship was volatile as fuck, and they would fuss at each other. That'd be like cuss each other out. It's like in each other's face. And granted, it was both of them. And I'm not saying that men don't do it, but again, I'm not speaking about them. I'm speaking about us as women, because we're supposed to be nurturing. We're supposed to take care of them. So if men are broken and they're tired, who are they supposed to go to nurture them and to heal them? They have to heal themselves. I get that. Don't get me wrong. But all of them need a side of us to kind of create depth to their healing, if you will. Or maybe they need us to heal. Fuck, I feel like we need them to heal. I feel like we need each other to heal, to balance each other back out. Because we just kicking the shit out of each other, basically. And the men that I talk to, the good men that I talk to, the men that I attract, and y'all can say what you want, but I attract these men on purpose. I manifest a type of man in my life now, the type of mindset that they have that is, where I'm at the level that I'm becoming. And I believe in who they are as men. And I believe in what they say to me. And I have no reason to doubt them. And they've been through it. They've been through it just as much as anybody else has been through it. Just about as much as any woman has been through it too. They've been through it with these damn women. They something else. I mean, for real. Some of the things, and they don't even tell the whole story. You can just see it all over them in the little bit that they do tell. How, tired they are. I'm fucking tired. And listen, I get it. Y'all know I've been dating for, 3 years. I've been single for 3 years. Might even be coming up on 4. I don't know if I'm coming up on 3 or coming up on 4. No, I'm coming up on 4 or 3. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 3 or 4 years I've been single. And I'm not saying it ain't been, this has been challenging. It has been super challenging. It's been super challenging. Um, but, you know, a lot of people are just like, fucking, I'm not doing it no more. I don't want to. I'm not interested in it, you know. But, I don't, for me, I don't know what we're here for if we're not here for love. And so there's nothing more important. And I feel like, if we could balance ourselves back out as women individually and then balance ourselves back out whole, that maybe we can do a little bit of healing for the men. Maybe we can nurture them and give them what they need so that, they can become who they were intended to become as men in relationship to women. I say this a lot too, I'm a healed, whole, beautiful creature. I'm a beautiful woman and all of those things, but I'm not completely balanced because I'm not in relationship with a man. Like, technically, I'm in a relationship with a man now, but I mean, prior to all of what's going on, I was in relationship to a man. Um, I wasn't balanced. I wasn't in harmony, if you will. And, I'm that was important to me. And people, you don't need a man for, yeah, I kind of do need him. you know, I need him. I need him to balance me out. I need him to be who he's intended to be and who I am intended to be with him. We weren't intended to be alone. We're intended to be with other person or persons, period. And so why wouldn't we embrace all of that? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't we embrace the balance? Why wouldn't we embrace the fact that, we need to be with each other? Why is that a fucking crime? I need to be with you. I need you. What, I mean, why is that hard to say? Like, don't you want a motherfucker say that to you? I mean, like, you don't want to roll over one day and a motherfucker look at you like you everything that there's ever was and ever will be, and tell you that they fucking need you and that they love you, like in the most healing and whole way. The fuck don't want that? Are y'all serious right now? So what are we here for? What are we doing? Like, I have no desire to beat men up. Even my friend tonight, he's like, why? He said, why are you looking at me like that? I said, how am I looking at you? He was like, I don't know, but you just looking at me. And I said, it ain't my fault that you're not used to women looking at you like you should be looked at. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, look at them a certain kind of way and dress up for them a certain kind of way and be sweet to them a certain kind of way. Like, what's a fucking crime? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the whole lack of femininity and like we act like it's a fucking disease. Like, why wouldn't you want to be sweet or kind or gentle and nurturing? Like, why wouldn't you want to be all those things? And it doesn't make any sense. Hey, for all y'all that are on the show, please, please, please like, subscribe, and then share the shit out of the show, please. Any and everywhere that you can. I already have, of course, but I forget some places. Some nights I remember everything, and then some nights I'll get off the show and be like, "Fuck, I forgot that." Like, I forgot to do my TikTok today. But that's my fault. I was running late again, celebrating. It's a celebratory. I think it's gonna be a celebratory week for me. I think I'm gonna celebrate every day this week. I don't know. That's just me. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So. Um, But anyway, I was really it's been a really good week. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. But anyway, it's been almost an hour. Even though I was late, it's almost an hour already. So I appreciate everybody for showing up. And y'all doing the chat thing. Hopefully I didn't miss y'all. Hopefully I didn't miss any major chit chatting. I don't think I did, but if I did, I apologize. Hopefully I was able to, everybody who talked, at least get your name on there. Big shout out to Jim for doing all my little things and commercials and links and running the show for me. I would be lost without him. See, I need him. It's not a bad thing. I need Jay. And of course, to all my men, you're valuable and important and needed. Your family, you need you. Your family needs you. Your community. You're definitely worthy. And there are plenty of women out here that are looking to be everything that you need us to be for you right now, so that y'all can, balance yourselves as well too. So all I'm saying to the women is be accountable, pay attention to your behaviors. Like really, really, really check yourself and make sure that you're not deliberately out here hurting people, hurting men and women. Like really be aware of how you move, and start moving with some integrity. Start standing up for something, start being something, becoming something more than you were yesterday. Even if yesterday sucked and it was the worst, just be better today. Like some of my days, I'm like, I don't know. I wrote down a whole bunch of shit tonight. And one of the things I wrote down is that basically saying the real estate agent, the real estate broker that I want to be is in direct conflict with the woman that I am. And I'm going to have to reflect on that because it's a true statement. The whole beast kind of chick that I am is in direct conflict with the woman that I am. I got to rectify that. So, but I think that we should all, especially as women, be on some type of journey to find some type of truth that makes us better human beings, of course, but kind of get us back to our roots. We want men to be who they are as a core, then we should be who we should be at our core as well too. So that's all. I'm not going to say anymore. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Create a great night and be safe. And we'll see you back here next Tuesday. Bye.